What's up, you guys? Welcome to the Ornery One, and on this video we're going to be talking about the 2x2 Dominator by Khrome Werks. What's the best exhaust out there? Well, this is my opinion. And I got some testimony to back this up with too. As we were in Sturgis over the last couple of years, I've got to know Chris and the team there at Khrome Werks, and knowing their product and knowing who they are, we decided to throw a pair of 2x2 Dominators on this bike, and I do not regret it. Be honest with you, Steph and I cut from Florida down somewhere around the Keys and made our way on up to Sturgis this year. And I was having a little trouble with this OM8. She was just acting up in the heat. Got up there, got to talking to folks, going to do a little tuning on it. But in the meantime, Chris there at Khrome Werks is like, TJ, why don't you try one of our exhaust systems? And I was like, well, this is what it's doing. What do you recommend? He broke it down for me in a lot better ways than I can. But basically, they put this whole system on to me. Like I said, it's the 2x2 Dominator. It has a great header and expansion chambers toward the back. It's all their own coating. So if you're wanting some kind of chrome on it, they have a really high nickel chrome on this. Mine is a 2019 Road Glide Special. Of course, we went with a black. And as we got into it, he says, I've got that system here, and one thing that I was going to tell you is that the O2 sensor is a little higher on that, and we're talking about how O2 sensors sometimes gets a little bit clogged up. They need to run a little hotter. Anyway, he knows all the jargon, all the ins and outs, and he explained to me how this Dominator worked. Now we've got right at 10,000 miles on this bike with this Dominator system on it, and I will not go back. From the moment we put it on to today, I have not had the issues that I was having before that. Now, did that play a part in it? I don't know, folks. But I'm telling you, firsthand experience from Steph and I with this Dominator system from Khrome Werks done to this Road Glide Special. So my system has the tracer tips on it. They have a couple different tips that you can choose from. A little bit of highlights that I did want to kind of point out about this. They do their own nickel plating, so if you wanted that nickel chrome polish look, they do have that. Like I said, on the Road Glide here, we do have their black finish. It's durable, and they do a lot of work to make this minimize the discoloring that you get from a lot of other exhaust out there. We've all seen it. Also, their coating on here, it maximizes the protection for scratching and heat resistance. Because like I said, we've all seen these systems get hot. I'll be honest with you guys, S&S makes a good exhaust. We did have S&S on here, and I was noticing back here where it collects into the muffler right here, we were starting to get a discolored look because of the heat, especially on this right side. And as time went on, it started discoloring and it started rusting. That's one thing I didn't like about it. I reached out to S&S, and they said, well, it's just part of it. I didn't necessarily like that. That was one of the reasons why I started talking to Chris and Khrome Werks. As you can see here, guys, this exhaust is, I didn't go clean it up for you guys at all. This is how it is. This is how we run. We run hard, fast, and heavy. We just got back from doing about 50 days, and we did about 12,000 miles on the bike. The Great Escape, you guys can go look down our library and see the Great Escape down there and see all of our videos and our travels. We rode all 48 states this year. So like I said, from Sturgis all the way back around that West Coast loop, all the way back here to the Ozarks, I haven't touched it. We've just rode. And I have not had a bit of trouble. The sound, okay. And then putting it on, what you need to expect is that bike takes a little bit to get used to the new exhaust or vice versa. That bike just starts running better and better and better, 100 miles, 200 miles. then 500, 600 miles, 700 miles, those mufflers start breaking in. So you're gonna get that new muffler smell. As that wears off, those mufflers start breaking in, and you get this low, badass, deep, ominous sound when you get into it. It's not that real high, raspy, getting on it kind of cannish sound. It's that deep throated, I'm a fucking Harley Davidson sound. That's what you're gonna get out of this right here. So Steph and I were always about that. We'd hear these bikers like, man, we want that sound. Chris and the crew there at Khrome Werks, they've got bikes set up there when you're at these rallies, and you can hear the exhaust on these bikes. They have the exhaust set up as well on a display so you can see the different colors and the different setups that they have. They would love for you to reach out with any questions. They'll be more than willing to work with you guys. They will back their product up. I've seen them do it multiple times now. Before we got their system and afterward. I've seen people, every once in a while you'll run into a little bit of problem, as we all do, all products do. You're gonna run into problems. It's not the problem, it's how the company handles the problem. And these folks right here at Khrome Werks, they'll take care of you. They got your back. They have us. I'm just looking forward to running more miles with this, because every mile it just gets sweeter and sweeter sounding. So one thing you guys are going to find out about Khrome Werks is they exceed the OEM standards for exhaust. When you walk up to them, you can see it in their product, the way they coat it. The way it mounts, the way it goes together, their clips. Also, you know, your horsepower, your torque. As you get this on, it opens that bike up, as we would say, just layman terms. I'm no mechanic, but you can feel that bike start to breathe. So it is ultimately an air pump. More air you get in, more air you get out, more torque, more horses you got. This really opened this M8 up. I mean, it just let the thing breathe. I'm so happy. It did take us about a year for me to decide if I wanted to do this. Like I said, this year at Sturgis we did it, and I have not looked back. I think it's just an amazing look. But overall, it's about the performance. One thing on Steph and I's bike here, the old Road Glide, the performance. That's what we need. We need something to perform, because we live off this bike, and our testimony is our word. If you guys are looking for a great exhaust out there, y'all don't look any farther than Khrome Werks. Go check the folks out there. They got an amazing crew. You can go see all their crew. I think they got them all posted on their social media. And that reminds me, go check them out on all their social media platforms. Go ask them questions. Go check them out. Go talk to them. They're going to love talking to you. So there it is, guys. That's the exhaust that I recommend and I am running. And if I get a new bike, I'll be putting some more Khrome Werks on there. You can bet your sweet ass on that. All right, guys, thanks for watching. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and do that. And until then, y'all stay hungry.